What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to just talk about Anthem's story and kind of the dialogue options that they offer you in the demo. So, just to get straight into it, I just recently played the demo this past weekend. It was pretty good. I'm not going to get too much in depth on my thoughts on the demo, but in particular, when it came to dialogue options, speaking to the bartender, Matthias, the lady by the forge, I just kind of wanted to give my input on how I felt those actually impacted my initial connection to these characters. So, when you first get started, they tell you to go visit these people. And, I first went to the bartender and spoke to him, and his conversation was about some girl that he liked, and I kind of gave him advice. Afterwards, you go and you speak to the girl. Well, I spoke to the girl at the forge, and she kind of, talks about her skills as a I guess a javelin maintenance person, and she kind of asks you about your adventures or whatever. So, that was that interaction. Nothing too groundbreaking or anything like that. I didn't really feel any connection for these characters after those little bits of dialogue. But I kind of saw where BioWare was going with this. They kind of just wanted to introduce you to these characters and kind of what they're about and what their personalities are like. So I get that. And then after that, you speak to Matthias, who's basically like the main story person for the demo. So you kind of go through 3 missions with Matthias, with some jobs that he's tasking you. I'm not going to really spoil too much about the demo. You guys can play it for yourselves. But yeah, so essentially, that's what we do. We follow Matthias mainly. Now, my thoughts on how this should have been handled is for the demo, they should have had more impactful dialogue coming from these characters. Meaning, this is a limited play time, experience for most people who are playing. And in that limited amount of time, you want to introduce them to the problems that they're going to face probably in the full game, right? So, me talking to a bartender and talking to him about a girl that he likes is not something I'm going to go, oh man, I can't wait to see, if he actually talks to that girl when I buy Anthem for February 22nd. That's not doing it for me. Neither is the conversation that I had with the girl at the forge. Like, they're very trivial conversations, It's kind of right over your head, and all right, what comes next? Kind of irrelevant. Now, if this is in the full game, fine. But for me to experience that in the demo is kind of a waste of my time, essentially, because you're trying to sell this game, right? I'm trying to convince myself that this game is worth it, right? And I'm not saying that because the dialogue sucks, don't buy Anthem. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you is for people like me, right, who look at Anthem and say, okay, this is not going to be like Destiny. This is not going to have like, PvP and all that stuff. It's going to be a I label this game as a single player game with co-op in it, right? Because that's essentially how they structured it. It's a single player experience, but you can play it with friends, right? And it has multiplayer aspects to it. But I'm not sure if I'm explaining that well enough, but if you get it, then you get what I'm saying. Like, the game itself centers around story. Not a lot of multiplayer games focus on the story, right? They focus on the fun that you can have with your friends. Now, Anthem is in an interesting situation where they're trying to put the main focus on the story while having those multiplayer aspects and making it fun to play through that story and that game with your friends, right? So in that aspect, that's fine. But when it comes to the story, and I'm not saying the story is going to be bad, but they did not do a good job of introducing that story in the demo. I have no idea what the Anthem of Creation is or possibly where it came from. I don't need a spoiler to tell me, what is the Anthem of Creation, but at least have it introduced in the demo so that we kind of get a taste or a tease of what to expect. What is the conflict that we're gonna face, in the entirety of Anthem. Because I'll be 100% honest with you. There was one point in the demo where I forget who the character was, but they basically described the experience that we can kind of look forward to. And it sounds to me like a lot of our playthroughs are going to be, hey, we're just people trying to get by. So, here's these missions and, help Fort Tarsus to survive and improve. It kind of sounds like we're out there scrounging around for resources and stuff, just trying to build up Fort Tarsus, and that's the job of the freelancer. Now, obviously, I don't think that's going to be the case, but I'm just saying that's the feeling that I get, that a lot of our time is going to be spent not just doing research for Matthias and, trying to figure out whatever he's trying to figure out, but it's going to really focus a lot on trying to get money and resources and build javelins and stuff like that, which is fun, right? But the question I pose, how long do you think Anthem is going to last? Realistically, how long do you think this game can carry, your attention in the future, right? If you've played the demo, do you think that this game will hook you for the many hours that any other game has probably hooked you? Because in my opinion, and this is only my opinion, and I'm not knocking the game because I did pre-order it and I'm gonna play it, but I do not think Anthem is gonna hook people as long as, a lot of people think that it will. It's fun. It's definitely fun to play. It's really fun to play with your friends. But if the world is not interesting and the characters and the dialogue pan out and don't lead to anything meaningful, at least, then I don't see Anthem really holding my attention when it comes out for 2-3 months. And then they said they're going to release a roadmap when the game comes out. So we'll look forward to the roadmap and see how their content release schedule is looking. But my initial impressions on the story and the dialogue stuff from the demo, I was not too impressed. I will judge the game more so when it comes out. This is not me condemning the game, saying don't go buy it. I'm not saying that. I'm just giving my impressions based on what I played in the demo, right? So whatever you guys feel about the demo, the story, the gameplay, if you guys thought it was fun as hell, I thought it was fun. I played it with my friends and I had a blast. That part of it was fun. But I know that Anthem is pushing story. So if you guys enjoyed that stuff, let me know down below. If you didn't, let me know down below, right? Let's just start up a conversation. I'm trying to get more people who are interested in Anthem, but not kind of blindly jumping into the fold. I want to discuss this topic with people who are looking for that experience that Anthem is offering, but also discuss, the realistic side of it. Like, what is Anthem actually, trying to give us? What kind of experience, and does it look like they're going to deliver it? That's it for me. If you guys enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to drop a like. I'd appreciate it if you guys also hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.